right, everybody. So welcome to week number 2 of our spiritual maintenance plan. And if you are brand new to me, my name is Leanne Somers, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to a wonderful evening where we are going to be basking in the energies of the Ascended Masters and Teachers tonight. And so I've got a couple of things on our program. We're going to get our energy centered. We're going to start pulling in our light. We're going to take a couple minutes to really plug into the heart and open up and illuminate your inner spirit. And then we're going to really start going a little bit deeper and connecting to the Ascended Masters. So I have usually got an idea of the program for my team in spirit before I jump into a program. And tonight, I really have to admit that they have not given me the message as to what's on their agenda. So just like you, I'm going to be experiencing this from my heart in real time, and we are going to see who in the Ascended Master realm is going to pop forward and bring you messages, how we're going to do that, and we're going to play a lot with, I do know the theme from them tonight, and I do want to share that with you. And I've been on this theme actually all day today, which has been really fun. But we have fully jumped into the energy of fall. We are now in a period of time where we are reaping all of the beautiful blessings that we have sown spiritually and humanistically. And this is really a time for us to count our blessings, to give ourselves permission to receive them, to share them with the people that we love around us, to add our prayers, our light, our blessings, and to really send them out into the world, to be generous, to be benevolent, to be the reapers of our harvest and the sharers of that amazing joy that you've created for yourself. And some of us have been really actively, consciously participating in our creative process, and some of us have been really passively, unconsciously creating in the backgrounds, perhaps even from your higher self, who might be up in those spiritual etheric realms doing some really good stuff on your behalf, and you might not have gotten the message on that yet. So tonight, one of the things that I would love to ask the Ascended Masters on behalf of each and every one of us is, how can we receive more? How would they recommend that we, masters in training, beautiful light workers, beautiful light bearers, beautiful light souls who are on our spiritual journey in this humanity that we love to call life, how can we enjoy ourselves more? How can we stress less? And how can we receive more of the support from the Ascended Master Kingdom and from the realm of the Ascended Teachers, who are always here to guide us on our spiritual journey? So just in case some of you are brand new to Ascended Masters or working with guides in spirit, let me put a little bit of information out there as to why it's really awesome to connect with these guys. So one of my favorite things about working with the Ascended Masters, who are a collection of beings in spirit, in a very real, very tangible realm that are easy to feel, easy to work with, easy to sense in our psychic perceptions. That's one of the reasons I love to work with them, because they're easy to work with. But really, my favorite reason that I love working with them is because they totally get it. They have walked on this planet, most of them, multiple times. And in doing so, they have had many human experiences. And so they completely get what it's like to be human, the roller coaster ride, the ups and the downs, the chasing passions and desires, the failures, the successes, and everything in between. They get what it means to be alive. And then on top of that, one of the things that I respect the most about them is that they mastered that in their journeys and their human lifetimes, and sometimes they had to do it multiple times to really get it right, they have somehow in their life streams been able to balance their karma. They have been able to maintain and achieve a very high level of awareness where they hold a supreme, unwavering consciousness of divine spirit present at all times in all things. And to be able to sustain that as a spiritual master is really incredible. It's really the goal of everything, to know who you are, to realize that you are one with all that is life, and then to not just have a glimpse of that, not just have the idea of it, but to touch it, to feel it, to become that, and then to sustain that. So I have an enormous amount of respect that these guys did it. They walked on this earth, many of them in much more difficult times than we have. And I don't mean to compare, we all have our journeys, but they've walked some pretty tough paths. And if you read about some of their histories, and some of them you've probably really actually already studied and become friends with in their human counterparts, in their human lifetimes. But now you get to open up your heart and connect to them in the spiritual realms. So one of the things that's amazing about them is they are truly dedicated to one singular task, and that is the dissemination of these teachings to everyone who is still walking that path. And each and every single one of us in the planning of our lifetime works with at least one ascended master who has mastered the lessons and achieved the goals that you are setting forth in this lifetime for you to achieve. So you have a coach in spirit that you probably don't even know that you have. One who is very capable of guiding you through the trials and tribulations and helping you to surmount the challenges on the path you've chosen to walk. But also one who is truly loving of every part of the journey, not just the destination. There's something really special about being alive, guys. There's something really, really inspiring about being here on this earth and going through the exercise of building this muscle of awareness. It's not for the faint of heart. It is absolutely a path for courageous beings. And while everyone on the planet is in some way, shape, or form choosing to balance some of their karma and choosing to learn some lessons that may or may not be easy for them. Sometimes people pick harder paths than others, but not everybody on the planet is working towards their enlightenment or their ascension, or even to find out what their spiritual purpose and their passion is. And for those of us who are here to work with our passion, who know that we've come here with a mission, that we are on a path to serve the world, not just to do work for ourselves, but also to serve the greater good and to participate in a collective consciousness and a movement to raise the vibration on this planet, these beautiful beings are here to make that easier for us. So some of these names you might know. Probably one of the most popular, or I should say some of the most popular ones, include Jesus, who in spirit is known as Lord Sananda. You've heard of Buddha. You've probably heard of Cthulhu, but you might know him as Saint Francis of Assisi. You might know some of the names from the beautiful Hindu traditions, such as Ganesha, or Shiva, and Shakti, Krishna. You might know some of the ascended masters, such as El Morya and Lord Lanto and Paul the Venetian, who are some of the co-hands on the seven rays. And if you've taken classes with me before, you've probably met a couple of them along the way in meditation, and I'm sure they've helped you with some of your work before. So they are all very much dedicated to supporting you becoming the master that you are designed to be, that you are literally already becoming. And if you would like some companionship on that beautiful journey towards self-mastery, then never ever hesitate or never feel unworthy of calling these amazing beings to be with you. So as part of our spiritual maintenance plan, I decided that it would be really important once a month to just check in with the Ascended Master Realms to get a little bit of coaching from this really awesome team and to see if we can learn a little bit from them about how to be the best versions of ourselves, let me retract that, to really become the most powerful and loving beings that we are capable of becoming, to learn how to work with our inner magic, to learn how to really create from our energy, from our life force energy, whatever it is that you wish to create in this world. And of course, to dedicate that not only for your happiness and joy, but also for the upliftment of all. Okay? So let's get into our opening meditation, guys. And I want you to start already thinking about, what does mastery mean to you? What does abundance mean to you? And what kind of questions might you have for this group of beings who are so generous in their wisdom that they would love to help answer any questions that you have? And after a quick opening meditation, I'm going to channel some messages from them for you. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to everybody in our hour together, but I will certainly give a group message. And then if you have some phenomenal questions that you'd like to ask them that would benefit everyone, you are welcome to pop that into the chat. And actually, Joelle, if it's okay with you, I'm going to ask you to kind of be my point person on that. And as the questions pop up, do me a favor, you're just going to read them for me, and I'll keep my eyes closed so I don't have to open them, and I'll just stay in that nice space to channel, and we'll go from there. Okay, my friends? So let's bring our hands together, which is always, always, always how I love to start. Just bring your palms together and give them a nice, gentle rub. Really feeling your breath, really feeling this moment. What an interesting thought. Really feeling this moment. Such a good thought, actually. So just close your eyes and feel this moment. I think sometimes we feel this moment and just think in this moment what's going to happen in the next moment. We kind of concentrate on what's next instead of what is. And so as you breathe a few times and rub your hands together, just go ahead and do that a little vigorously, by the way. Don't worry, you're not gonna break your hands. You're just gonna activate your beautiful light. You're gonna turn your meridians and your chakras on and brighten you up. And take a couple nice big deep breaths into this moment, this beautiful, timeless moment, this beautiful, infinite moment. Go ahead and exhale a couple times like that. Just make some room in your heart. Make some room in your mind. Make some room in your breath and in the space around you for all the blessings and the abundance that we're about to create. And when your hands begin to grab onto each other and your acupuncture points are all opening and the portals are connecting left and right and your whole body is starting to feel bright and light and illuminated from within, then you can bring your hands to prayer position. Press them into your heart chakra. Lift your heart center about a half an inch and take 3 more nice deep heart centering breaths. And on your next few breaths, I want you to just send roots of light with your intention down into the earth. And imagine that from the channel of light around you, you can ground into the earth, just like the trees do. So send your roots down and out and really penetrate the surface of the earth. Send your roots all the way down deep, 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 deep into the very heart of our planet. And as you plug into Gaia, our home away from home, just allow yourself to be comforted and nurtured and provided for. For she is truly a being that takes spiritual light energy and creates with it. And as we turn our attention to Gaia, remember that you are like Gaia. You are an energetic converter. And that's already a message coming in from the Ascended Masters. Turn your awareness to Gaia and realize that she receives the light and takes that light into her body, manufactures life force energy, and then uses that energy to create whatever beauty she wishes to create. And that is a creative process that you are very capable of mastering. So take a couple breaths and really just ground through your roots. And then lift your heart up a half an inch again. Elongate your torso. Relax all the muscles in your belly. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze that very tiny point right between your shoulder blades at the back of your heart chakra. Take one more big deep breath into the front of the heart and imagine that you are inserting a golden key of light into a beautiful flower in the center of your heart. And as you unfold that flower, the treasure of your light inside is truly unlocked. And the abundance of your spirit is free to fill the vessel of your being. It is free to create itself in the world around you. Relax your throat chakra to the front and to the back. And as you do so, don't be surprised if you need to swallow or clear your throat. or even just to stretch your neck and your shoulders. Sometimes that feels so good and helps you to open up your throat chakra. Begin to feel, as you open up your upper chakras, the space around you. Feel the texture of the light around you. Feel the pressure of the air around you. Become aware with your spatial senses in a perimeter around your physical body, an opening of your aura taking place. And as you breathe in a few more times, breathe into your third eye chakra. Let your beautiful center for knowing and seeing connect in the third eye. Feel the base of the crown chakra penetrating into the top of the third eye. And then from your heart, exhale from your heart upwards, all the way up through a beautiful flower of light that sits on the top of your head, your crown chakra. And your crown flower has almost 1,000 radiant petals. So very beautifully, just begin to feel each and every one of those petals opening up wide, stretching itself out and upwards. And if your crown chakra has been stagnant or overloaded or just a little bit jammed up, just give it a moment to unfold each and every single petal. Just breathe into that chakra and let it refresh itself. Sometimes we use our minds so much that we get fried just a little bit. And that sometimes looks like the crown chakra needs a little spot treatment. So on that note, please allow me to connect to you energetically. And as I send my love and my light, as I welcome my team in spirit to surround you with their deep affection and their beautiful skills and their wisdom of mastery, let's just feel your crown chakras getting a beautiful tune-up. And the one that I'm sending to each of you in this moment, the one I'm asking to support in the opening of your crown chakra, is the Ascended Master Kuthumi. And I mentioned him a little bit earlier. Kuthumi was a beautiful being that was once known as Saint Francis of Assisi. And he now holds the title of World Teacher in Spirit. But Kuthumi is exceptionally gentle, and he is one of the wisest beings that I have ever met. He's gentle, he's loving, he's kind, he's sweet, and yet he's supremely wise. And so I'm asking Kuthumi to place into the center of your crown chakra a beautiful golden yellow ring of light. You see, in many of the depictions of masters throughout the ages, they have been depicted in art with halos of light hovering around their heads. And it's quite appropriate to see that in the center of the crown chakra when it's truly open to the master's mind. And so Kuthumi, please open the mind, the master's mind of each and every one of my beautiful friends here tonight. And so everyone just breathe into the top of your head, relax all of your muscles. Don't try to help Kuthumi, just allow him to really get into the very center of your crown chakra flower, to stretch it open, and then to support the openness of this crown with this bright yellow golden light. And then as you feel that golden ring of light placed at the entrance of your central channel at the crown chakra level, breathe into it, because he's going to stretch it out beyond the size of your head. And this may cause you to feel just a little bit of pressure, a little bit of stretch in your crown muscle. Especially if you are new to meditating, this might be a little bit uncomfortable for you, but it will subside very quickly. So just take a moment and breathe. And now Kuthumi is igniting a beautiful flame in the center of this ring. And this flame corresponds to one of the energies that you really work with in your spiritual nature, in your spiritual purpose. It's not just yellow because the ring is yellow. It's not just purple because the crown is purple. The flame that he is lighting for you is your personal flame of mastery. And it might even take on a number of different colors depending on the lessons you've chosen for yourself. So as you breathe into this ignition of your mastery flame, just be aware of its color. And as Kuthumi opens your mind beyond your physicalness, allow yourself to really enter your spiritual light body, to rise up from your physicality, and to feel that beautiful fire expanding so brightly, so high, and so wide that your entire spirit can reside inside of it. And now, my beautiful friends, I welcome you to relax your hands down into your lap, palms up or palms down, whatever is the most comfortable for you. And so remember that your physicality is here in this world, perfectly grounded, perfectly safe and sound, surrounded by a beautiful channel of crystal clear white bright light. And you are free to experience yourself as the masterful being that you are, to enter your light body and to rise beyond this plane of consciousness into the etheric plane. And as you do so, you will feel this incredible fire blazing and illuminating your entire body. And so feel how light you feel. Notice how there's no fear in this part of your body. There's no worry or doubt or concern. There's just you in your beautiful light, you in your spiritual curiosity, you in the wonderful feeling of bliss and harmony and love. And so become aware of how bright this flame becomes and how large it is around your entire body. And beyond that flame, you can see the golden yellow ring of light that is the perimeter of your spiritual aura in this moment. Become aware of everything around you inside of this flame, transforming from the fire of this light into the perfect environment for you to make the acquaintance of your ascended master teacher. And so as you envision yourself in this sacred ground, know that you are so, so welcomed. You might see yourself in the healing temples that you have trained in before coming to this lifetime. Or you might perceive yourself in a beautiful garden or an earthly sanctuary. Something that would really spark the love in your soul and create a beautiful healing for you. So if you find yourself atop the mountains, or in a beautiful pristine beach, or perhaps in a place that's a favorite place for you from your lifetimes, just enjoy whatever environment is created for you. And now become aware of yourself inside of this space. Ground into it just a little bit more. Take a big deep breath and let everything around your senses become so much more real. Still full of light, still full of etheric energy, still full of bright love, but tangible, reachable, connect-toable. And you will see now laid at your feet a beautiful crystalline path laid out for you. And it travels off into the distance, and so you are now welcome to walk along this path, one step at a time. And as you do so, contemplate your journey towards mastery, to self-awareness, or I should say to self-actualization. Feel yourself in this beautiful space as if the entire universe is supporting you and watching over you. And as you come to the end of this path, there will be an ascended master being who is right here waiting for you. This being may seem so bright at first that your eyes might need a moment to acclimate to their beauty. But there is a lesson that you have come to this lifetime to know, to break through, and to grow from. And this particular ascended master is really here in this moment, wishing to connect to you, to help support you in that lesson, to make it as easy as possible for you, and perhaps even to give you a piece of guidance to get you over that hump of learning. So just take a moment and continue to perceive this beautiful guide out in front of you. They are very real. They take on very human-like bodies and forms. So if they're still full of light, just take a moment and allow your eyes to acclimate. And don't forget to look at them with your heart as well. For the heart is very capable of perceiving the master before you. The heart remembers this being who stands before you. Do not stress in your mind with great effort to receive this company. For the more effort that you make from the ego mind, the less you will experience success. So just be patient, just breathe, and feel the presence of this masterful being right here with you. Sense the quality of their aura. Feel their vibration. And from your heart, ask them, invite them to connect to you. Welcome them to be here in this moment. And you will know how they connect to you. Perhaps they will touch a part of your body to make a physical connection. Perhaps they will telepathically connect to you, and beams of light will unite your minds, your bodies, and your souls. Perhaps there will be a gift or a presence that is made known to you, or even a metaphor or a symbol of their energy. Your Ascended Master team is always capable of using your history to share with you messages from your learning. And so don't be afraid to use your mind and see where your mind is taking you. Does this being in front of you remind you of someone that you already know in this earthly plane? And if so, is it because of their profession? Is it because of their passion or their purpose? Is it because of the way that you feel around that friend? What is the message that is being imparted to you? And so as you take this time to connect to this Ascended Master Teacher, notice also, what are they wearing? What garments are they present in? What's the best way for them to communicate to you, and the best way for you to receive communication from them? So I'm going to give you a few moments here to just connect. Speak to this ascended being just like you would speak to anyone that you care about. Lovingly, respectfully, but converse, talk to them, tell them what you need, and ask them for assistance to make that happen. my friends, invite your Ascended Master Teacher to create a healing experience for you. Perhaps something has been troubling you or burdening your heart or your mind. Perhaps you've carried a blockage from thousands of lifetimes ago that it's just simply time to release. Perhaps there is something that you make a wish for that you have yet to access, and that could be a healing from your teacher. Whatever it is that you feel is most appropriate to ask for, or whatever they feel is most appropriate for you to receive as a healing, allow yourself to receive that now. Notice how it comes to you and experience it physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. These Ascended Master Teachers are able to physically support your light body, to rebuild your grids, to reset your chakras. They are able to work at your consciousness level and to clear your mind and open your mental power. They are able to remind you of the great teachings you possess inside of your innate light body. And they are also very capable of coming into your worldly experience and clearing the space of your intentions in life and your experience in life, and even to create wonderful blessings and opportunities for you. So do not limit in your mind, your heart, or even in your unconscious mind what you think these beautiful beings are capable of. Remember that their gift is always full of supreme love, full of unconditional joy. You have already been deemed worthy by them. So there is no cost, there is no exchange, there is simply the gift of their love. And so now as you breathe in a little deeper, just bring that love into yourself. A little bit of their magic resides inside of you as well. A little bit of their wisdom is yours as well. And they would even say that their love, their magic, their talents, their wisdom, it is equal to yours. They would say that. And so elevate your feeling towards yourself. And that will allow them to come into your field and to share their vibrations with you even more. From the sincerest part of your heart, speak to your Master Teacher about your ascension goals, about your wishes and dreams for how to serve the world, about your needs and your wants and your desires. Just speak to them. This is a wonderful time in your life to be able to create that which you wish to create in the years ahead. There is much dispensations from Spirit supporting the light workers with sincere hearts and sincere minds, and with the agenda of service at this time. And so there is a great wave of abundance hovering just over top of our human plane of consciousness in the etheric planes. It is literally a spiritual lottery waiting for the people on the earth to reach up and grab it, to open up the faucets for receivership, and to download this wonderful energy without guilt, without remorse, without the feelings of separation or greediness. They don't do that in this realm. There is abundant supply that has been created. And so as you wish, and with the guidance and help of your ascended teacher, look upwards through your energetic body to that great source of abundance above you, to all the blessings and the worldly dispensations, even the material goods, and feel yourself tapping into that realm. Allow your master teacher to help you to connect so that you may receive the abundance of consciousness, the abundance of awareness, the abundance of truth. Allow yourself to receive in abundance your joy and your passion and all the extra energy needed to take your wants and bring them into the field of desire for creative processing. Reach into this incredible resource full of love and light and access the love you've always wanted from all the ages of your human beingness. And give yourself access to great peace, great health, great tranquility, great kindness, and reservoirs of compassion, tolerance. Breathe in the bliss. Breathe in the grace. Breathe in and draw down the empowerment, the support and the supply and the prosperity. Reach into this great source of abundant dispensation and grab hold of the abundance of mastery, a spiritual accelerant that is available to all who wish to receive it. And as your master teacher opens the channel and adjusts this golden ring in the center of your crown chakra, very sweetly begin to feel all these blessings and so many more pouring down from the etheric planes into the vessel of your human being, into the vessel of your humanity, and into the vessel of this life force field, which extends far beyond your physicalness, into your aura, into your time, into the many, many years that you will walk this earth, and into all the spaces that you will eventually occupy. Begin to feel a flood of blessings, a flood of joy, a flood of resources, a beautiful spiritual harvest that you are reaping. And you have a right to reap this. You have a right to distribute it as you wish, or to just hold it, to have it for this moment. And now, taking a beautiful deep breath, feel your entire body full and overflowing with this spiritual elixir, this abundant resource and supply. And listen once again to the voice of your master teacher. Listen to the guidance that is being gifted to you. What does the journey of mastery mean to you? What are you here in this lifetime to master? Ask that question with sincerity. Now receive the answer. Receive the awareness. Regardless of if you understand it, know that you have received it. It is very possible that this has been downloaded now into you and it will reveal itself in perfect timing for you. And if it is possible for you to know this truth in this exact moment, if you are ready to know that truth, then just take a moment and feel that awareness, that download, transforming into thoughts and feelings, into pure radiant consciousness that permeates every part of your being. Remember, my beautiful friends, that you are here to carry the light into the world. Remember that you have a collective mission, just like you have a personal mission. And so listen to information about both in this moment.